This video is going to be part one of a series where I spec out and build a gaming computer specifically designed for Warzone 2. That is the only game I like to play. In fact, there's only one game mode that I like to play, and that is Plunder. Me and all my friends, we get online and we absolutely love playing that game mode. So in this video is going to be part one, and I'm going to be speccing out the internal components used to build this gaming machine, and then the next video is going to be actually building the gaming computer. First internal component that I considered for my gaming system was the MSI Mag B760 Tomahawk Wi-Fi, and that's the DDR4 variant. This right here is the MSI Mag B760 Tomahawk Wi-Fi, and that's the DDR4 variant. That means you can only put DDR4 memory into this motherboard. The second internal component that I considered for a selection was directly correlated to the motherboard, and that was the Intel Core i7 13700. Now keep in mind that is a locked processor, not the K variant SKU, which is unlocked. This is the Intel Core i7 13700 non-K. That means this is a locked i7 and you cannot overclock this processor. It's going to be paired with MSI Mag B760. That means the B series motherboards, you cannot overclock with them, so that's another reason why the 13700 is a good pairing with this chipset. This processor comes with 8 hyper-threaded performance cores and 8 efficiency cores, and it also has what is called Thread Director, which is engineered directly into the processor to ensure that the performance cores and the efficiency cores work hand in hand together seamlessly without any issues. So what I'm basically looking for with this gaming system is do the least amount of tinkering possible. All I need is a platform fast enough to fully push that RTX 3080 Ti. And I feel like I found it because that chip, it's very underrated. It can actually boost to 5.1 gigahertz in gaming, no problem. The third internal component that was used was a NVMe drive. This one is PCIe 4.0. I didn't choose 5.0. This is the Western Digital Black SN850X. I didn't go with 5.0 because of the heat issues I've been researching, and I just didn't want to put anything on the NVMe that had to do with active backplate cooling, like with a physical fan. PCIe 4.0 speeds were more than adequate for my needs for this system, so let's go ahead and get into that. This is the Western Digital WD Black SN850X NVMe solid state drive. This is a 2TB variant, Gen 4 speeds, 7300 megabytes per second. The fourth internal component that I considered was the memory, and that was the G.Skill Ripjaws V 32 gigabytes. It's a DDR4 model at 4000 megatransfers CL16. This right here is a G.Skill Ripjaws V DDR4 kit that I'm going to be installing into this Raptor Lake system. This is a locked i7 13700 with a B760 chipset, and this is the DDR4 motherboard, and I want to put some nice speedy RAM in here. So this is the DDR4 4000 by G.Skill, and it's cast latency 16, so this is pretty quick for DDR4 memory. It's not the fastest, but it's pretty good considering the budget for the CPU motherboard combo. A quick status update on the memory. That 4000 megatransfers per second kit runs absolutely fine on that motherboard. In fact, that MSI motherboard can support up to 4500 megatransfers per second, no problem. However, there is a reason why I chose a 3600 megahertz kit instead, and I will be going over that video. If it's up, you're going to see it in the upper right hand corner of the screen, and it's going to be a future video of this series going over the performance and thermals of this gaming computer. The power supply I went with, I actually already had on hand, and because I have the RTX 3080 Ti, I don't really need a specific 16-pin connector that the 4000 series needs. So I went with the EVGA Supernova 1000 GT 1000 watt. It's 80 plus gold certified, and it's fully modular. This is the EVGA 1000 GT. It's a 1000 watt power supply, and it's 80 plus gold. The case I went with is actually going to double as a test bench for me. So I may take all of these internal components in the future, take them off of this case and put them into something else. But the reason why I really like this case is because it can also double as a test bench. This case is the Thermaltake Core P3 Tempered Glass Pro, and it's an ATX mid-tower case.
In addition to that, I have the CPU cooler, which is actually an all-in-one liquid cooler. That's the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 420. 420 meaning that it is a 420 millimeter all-in-one liquid cooler. This is way overkill for the Intel Core i7-13700, but I will tell you that I'm going to be following up to this video with another video on thermals. You might be surprised at how hot these Raptor Lake chips get.
This is the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 420mm all-in-one liquid cooler. And I have a Liquid Freezer 2 LGA 1700 upgrade kit because I purchased this a while back. And I finally have a need for it because these Raptor Lake chips run hot.
As for the graphics card, I chose to keep the RTX 3080 Ti the way it was because I felt like the R9 3950X system I had prior really wasn't pushing that card to its full potential. So I wanted to keep and update the platform so I can use this graphics card for about another year until the RTX 5000 series comes out. But I heard that RTX 4000 series might be coming out with a super variant, so I might be picking up one of those. I've also been toying with the idea of upgrading the 3950X to a 5800X 3D and then just throwing a RX 7900 XT into that system.
So that's the build list, and in the next video we're going to be building everything out. We're going to have this gaming computer built in the next video. So if you'd like to learn more about any of the internal components that I've listed in this video, there will be affiliate links in the description below. That provides a small kickback to the channel at absolutely no extra cost to you. And if you want to see the next video where I actually build out the gaming computer, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to like. I will see you in the next video.